facts, I'ma keep it street with him. I don't like his style, I don't even speak with him. I keep it G from the get-go.
Shout out to Styles P and Sheik Luch. You know, that's my in-car classic right there. Rest in peace, DJ.S. That joint right there. Every time you play that song right there, I'm going to talk about some shit. Alright? And we're going to talk about it. Alright? D.J.S. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. Alright? Leave a comment. All that good shit on the bottom. Let me know. Alright? Shout out to King of the Dot. They dropped probably the most anticipated battle for 2024. Next to what's going to happen, which I'm going to talk about the day after my birthday. Alright? November 9th. We're going to talk about it. What we're talking about right now. King of the Dot. Alright? Shout out to them. They dropped on their channel TAY ROC versus Big K. Shout out to them and shout out to... Let me say this real quick. This battle did live up to the hype, in my opinion. I think that did. I think it did. Dope battle overall. Dope battle overall. An hour and 2 minutes of some good entertainment with some replay value. Gotta keep it tall. Good battle overall. What am I going to grade it out of 10? Out of 10, I'd probably go somewhere around an 8.6, 8.7. So it's still up there. Dope battle. One of the better battles of the year. It's up there. It's up there. Definitely up there. So shout out to them for delivering a main event that actually lived up to what a main event should be, at least for the most part. But let's talk about it now. Alright? Big K, I guess, lost the coin toss, so he goes first. And his first round is cool. His first round is cool. It's not super crazy, but it's not bad either. Let's get into some of the bars. Alright? The spinning. Then I put rock on his neck. That was okay. Smack ran out of stacks. Now you're making your debut. Whip your ass twice as bad for making me chase you. Like, those are cool. Those are cool. Like, he's starting off smooth. Not too crazy, not too hard. You're not punching super hard out the gate. But it's just cool. Right? Just cool. Pull a torch in the cave. Light this whole shit up. That was cool. That was cool. I ain't mad at that one. Punch the fuck out you. Vampire knocked out. Sleep standing up. That was dope. That was hard. That was hard. I'll give him that. That one was hard. So we had some shit during this round. Not super duper hard hitting and super duper potent, but good nonetheless. Right? The not public housing shit. Not a gang member. Not because you're around it then, all that type of shit that he was talking about. That was dope. He rapped it really well. The rapping of it was really well. And the vampire beat the blood on end punch was cool too. So he was rapping good. He had some good punches, some good bars. But still nothing too potent and crazy though. Nothing too potent and crazy though. He had a good round. You ain't almost fight. See, those ones I wasn't a fan of. Why you ain't almost fight when they almost killed you? That was okay. But I don't know what that's supposed to do. They took your chain. Where was your gun bars then? What would bars do in that specific? He's supposed to rap his way out of that? We know where he's coming from and understand what he's getting at. But if you're gonna get that rock in the second round about making sense and this, that, the third, yours got to make sure that it's 110% making sense. Because I don't think if someone coming to rob you, you're gonna rap your way out of that. The fake jewelry thing, threw it in the trash. That bar was cool. This round was just, it was good. It was good. Nicknaming straps while y'all was naming gun titles. I like that. I did like that. That was dope. That was dope. The rock apply pressure bar, that was cool too. I like that. The 50th battle. He took angles here that I didn't feel like were super potent anyway. Kind of felt like the Loso battle all over again. Like, these are not super potent enough. 50th battle, you got a cake. You should have wished for money. That's funny. But Rock, you already know Rock's gonna be prepared. He's gonna come with bars anyway. So that's a cool first round. It's a cool first round. It's beatable though. It's beatable. That first is beatable. You gotta keep it tall. Gotta keep it tall. But he rapped so many parts of it that was really well. You're gonna give him points for it. But the material was not that potent. Rock, first round. The RIP, the Pat Day, RIP to Pat for real. Why you weren't there angle and talking about that. That was same thing with Big K. Just cool, kind of safe playing, but not crazy yet. So he starts off with that, which is cool. Saying that you missed a battle. Or you missed your brother's funeral for a battle, sorry. Referring back to Big K versus Rosenberg Raw, see what they do for views and shit like that. That was cool. Then he went into speaking to Jay Black about the Black History Month. You give this white boy a belt for Black History Month. That was cool. Then went into RBE having sausage fest battles and shit like that. All that was cool. All that was cool. But now he gets into some shit. The Black Ops, your block will be a war zone. Dope. This flow that he gets into, the white chicks, undercover, TK, Kirkland, all that shit was dope. All that shit was dope. But when he gets into this part right here, for rock bands, Aerosmith, Shells looking like Red Hot Chili Peppers, all that shit was dope. Or the size of Shells, all that shit was dope. Something Metallica, Break Up Your Spine, all that shit was crazy. Into the 9 Inch Nails, dope. Dope. And that's what's gonna be the difference here. Rock is gonna come with like traditional hard ass battle bars. Big K's first round didn't have as many. He talked about certain things, had a punch or two here and there, but I felt like he was trying to be more funny overall. And it wasn't that fire. It wasn't that fire. That was crazy. The dye pack, blue in his face, fire. That was crazy. Start to end, looking for K, like Kiosk and Kayak, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. Rock is pretty much, he's not taking waste of time angles though. That's why I gotta appreciate him. He's just bringing like just straight hard, whether it's gun bars or whatever. But he's getting into flow pockets, getting his quick AMG modes and shit like that. Like out the gate too. This round right here, the accent mark and all that type of shit. The dog races, I wasn't too feeling that one. Wasn't too feeling that one. By the time he got to the dog suit, your dog in that suit too, the Blues Clues and the flow that he went into doing that, he sealed around with that to me. Dying all stages, all that shit was dope. All that shit was dope. The rubber duck thing, the way he set up was okay. But overall, by the time he got to the Blues Clues, your dog in a suit too, that was it for me. Going to his white moms and all that type of shit. Rock got the first kind of clear. Rock got the first kind of clear, in my opinion. Rock got the first kind of clear. Second round though. Second round though. Kenny, I want to say he turned up a little bit. I want to say he did. But I feel like it was more toward the end of the round. We'll get to that though. But rapping like the Rent Do, I'm hungry like I'm homeless. I like that. I like that. I like that. NBA old boy, again, back to jokes. Back to jokes. The Area 57, referencing when Rock said that. The Jefferson face on a 50, referencing back to that again. Again, he's going back to old shit that we already knew. That's not that potent. It's funny at times. Yes, okay, cool. But that's about it though. Run him over with an old school Plymouth Rock. I like that. That was dope. That was dope. That was dope. The cousins in the cookout. That was cool. To the your bullshit. Referencing, hey, and now you're always in Philly. Saying your boy, your boy, your boy. Like, he's taking these angles and trying to talk these personal shits, and they're not that potent. They're not that potent. The Men in Black Bug talking about caution. All that is just funny. It's not hard hitting though. You look real dumb in your wrestling podcast, and this is what I have to write down. Like, this is what he's saying. It's funny. It's entertaining to a certain degree. It is. But there's not enough crazy dope bars in there with it. The art imitates life, obsessed with fake fights. That was fire. If you'd have had a few more of those, now we talking. Now we talking. Now we are talking. But that was pretty much it. That was it. The flip of the whole New Jersey twerk thing. Walking with, didn't know it was me. Rolled up with the hoodie down, didn't know it was me. I took with the fitted off or whatever. Walked up with the fitted off. Dope moment. Dope moment. Dope moment. I'm watching that at the time. I'm thinking in my head, okay, this is a dope moment, right? The obsessed with fake fights bar right before that, he closed out kind of hard. He closed his round out kind of hard. But I already knew if Rock was going to be even half of what he just did in his first round, a little bit more of that, it would still beat this round. Because the majority of this round is mostly jokes and talking about old shit or shit that we don't really care about. No one gives a fuck about you and how you feel about caution and how it looks when they fucking. No one cares. It's funny, but it's not that potent enough to beat what Rock is doing. And that's the issue. Now he takes the hat off. Rock starts off his second round, rebuttals this shit. Looking like Penny for Higher Learning. And that hits. Then he goes into his round and uses the Ken's name, Kensington and Allegheny, Philly streets and shit. Dope. Then he starts hitting him with Ken flips. And them things are hitting. The country bumpkin, all that shit is dope. It's hitting. Then he hit him with the pig flips. The pig Latin and all that shit was hitting. That was hitting. It already looks like this round is going to go to Rock already because he's hitting with actual bars. He's not just hitting jokes alone. He's giving you jokes, but he's having some bars with it. The rapping ability is there too. K did that all the time. He does that all the time. Because K always has the same type of flow. So you're going to get that flow. Yes, he shows rapping ability as well. But Rock showed more ability. Being able to be more versatile. Changing speeds. Changing tempos. So he's changing his flow pattern. He's changing his... Rock's just doing a lot here, bro. The false alarm, Donkey Kong, all that shit was cool. All that shit was dope. Rock was just kind of, I feel like he, not to say he was just cruising to, he was just rapping to another round here. The Sandra Band Picture Dead Mud Shot, that was dope. Selling what A-Verb smoke now. Like, he was going. He was going. The Pronoun, Stone Mound, all that shit that he was doing. Jonestown, that whole flow that he went into. You know, I'm cracking when we see a Judge Joe Brown. Fire. Fire. Make the Temptation start like Motown. Fire. He's going. The shitbag, Robin Big. The Malcolm X pick, all that was dope too. All that was dope too. Dog as Deep as the Dalmatians, that was hard. That was actually kind of hard. Rest in peace to Sid Vicious. White rappers, black MCs, big difference. Rock got this round 2 for me, bro. Rock got this round 2 for me, bro. I ain't gonna front. Rock up with a 20 so far. But it ain't over yet. Big K has the round of his best round of the night. You didn't want to come to the blue room, so I brought the blue room to you. Fire. Fire. Came with the sweeper like dustpans. All that shit was dope. The Rock the geology bar was cool. He had some shit in this round. If we'd have had 3 rounds like this, we may have had a classic. Even though we had a dope battle, we may have had an actual classic. We may have had a classic. He had some shit. But I feel like he wasn't punching even hard enough in this round too. You spoke about Rock not being in a fight just for the bar right after. I seen you swinging. This is how you swing. It look like shit and this, that, the third. You just said that he don't swing. You just said that he don't swing. Now you're talking about a fight that he was in. Even though the swing was ugly, you're right about that. And that kick was dreadful too. You are right about that. So I guess those actually count. Those actually hit a little bit. They were funny. You seen your fight in Atlanta. You swing like this and all that type of shit. Like, you went back to that. But what I did like, what he did say, made my name with the race like Scott Hall. That was fire. That was fire. That was fire. Y'all had the game on crutches. I made a ramp on a path for him. That was dope too. That was dope too. That was dope. The handicap, all that shit that he was saying was actually dope. This round right here was a dope round. This was a dope round right here. This was a dope round. This round I liked a lot. The blue room round was cool. Rock's blue room round, his blue room debut, if you want to call it that, he had some shit too, man. He had some shit too, man. I think I may have edged that round though to K. Quick as a hedgehog, that was dope. That was alright, I should say. That was dope. Doctor the Labrador. That's the shit that Doctor's the Labrador. And the Labrador, that was cool. Labrador, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. The Bangladesh shit that he said was dope too. That was dope. The taxidermy, dog stuff for cotton. Those were all cool. He had some shit in this round. He had some shit. URL chaperone is King of the Dot field trip, which is exactly what it was, low-key. That was dope too. He had some shit. The wrestling shit that he went into, this scheme right here may have evened the round out to me. So this round right here to me is kind of debatable. You know he's a wrestling fan. Know your rules, shut your mouth. He mentioned Roddy Piper, Uncle Howdy, the Wyatt Six. All that was cool. Into the rocking chair bar. You know, the end. No one's in the rocking chair. Dope. Dope. Who else he go through? With Rhea Ripley, Jake the Snake. He went through a whole bunch of names and put them all in one, and he rapped them so well. He was rapping his ass off this battle too. He was rapping his ass off this battle too. By the time he got to the Jacob Fatu and the Ginobili Manu, it felt like the battle was already over, and this was just him putting some icing on the cake. But we just have to remember that that last round that Big K had was dope. But this whole entire scheme that he did right here, this wrestling scheme right here, was crazy. The Shamrock Ken, all that shit was fire. Your ankle lock, the Cody, Jacob Fatu shit was fire. He had some shit. In the Shield, break up the Shield, Seth Rollins. All that shit was fire. All that shit was fire. The crushing ramen shit that he said earlier in the round, crushing ramen, dope. This third round is debatable. This third round is debatable. How I'm gonna call it though? Round 1 I got Rock, round 2 I got Rock, round 3 is debatable. Today I might edge it to K, tomorrow I might edge it to Rock. So it's definitely a 21 debatable 30 by TAY ROC in my personal opinion. Y'all heard the bars. If y'all had any other super hard punches from K, put them in the comments, please. Put them in the comments, please. Because some of the most fiercest ones, I said them. And his biggest moment, I just mentioned it. Walking up with the hat off, with the fitted off. That's his biggest moment. So y'all gonna have to tell me, where are these big hard punches coming from to beat Rock? Regardless of the time frame, regardless, where was the material to beat Rock? Caution jokes, talking about smack, none of those things are gonna beat Rock in the first place. We all know that. To me, I personally feel like Big K had a dope battle, but it could have been better. You could have been A-Ward wilding. You just didn't know what to talk about. And that was the thing. You didn't need to do that. You could have just went in there punching. You could have went in there just punching. Rock didn't need to talk about a bunch of stuff with you. He had a half-hour worth of material for your ass. How much of it was personal? How much of it was angles? How much of that was that? A lot of that shit was just like regular name flips and shit. Pig flips and Ken flips and that type of shit. Didn't need to talk about your personal life. Didn't need to even talk about your family's money and the haunted house. He didn't even mention none of that shit. The majority of what Rock was doing was just regular punching and barring someone to death, catching them in them AMG flow pockets, and just doing what he had to do. Didn't live off anything specific. I think Big K could have came a little bit harder. Pause. A little less jokes, more rapping ability, and more harder punches. Caution shit and all that type of stuff, talking about smack. That type of stuff that you were talking about, it ain't gonna fly. Like that's not hard enough. I got Rock winning this battle 2-1 debatable 30. Clear. Clear. I thought Big K would do better than this, even though he did very well to me. Because the third round is dope, his first round is cool. Second round is funny. It's funny. It's entertaining. It had moments. But I don't think it was potent enough. I don't think it was strong enough. I don't think it wasn't hard enough. Pause. The shit that Rock was saying was hitting a little bit harder, and he was showing a little bit more versatility as far as his rapping. Because he would speed up his tempo, was going to different flow pockets and shit like that, going to AMG mode, come back out. Rhyming off of same three syllables the whole time. All that type of shit is dope. And that's what got him this win to me. I got Rock 2-1. Debatable 30. Debatable 30. That's how I'm calling it though. Shout out to King of the Dot. Dope battle though. Let me end with this. Shout out to King of the Dot. The more these keep dropping, eyes are gonna be more on the dot. I'm telling y'all. RBE ain't doing it right now. They just dropped something. I'm gonna recap it too. I'm gonna recap the battle that they dropped. I don't even remember what it was. Got overshadowed so fast by this shit. Not purposely, but you know what I mean. This is one of the most anticipated battles of the year. But I'm going to talk about them. I think right now, eyes are going to slowly but surely start going back to the original #2 league, which some people said was #1 at one point, which is King of the Dot. Shout out to King of the Dot. Shout out to Organic. Shout out to everything they're doing. Eyes are going to start going back to King of the Dot as they should be. As they should be. It's a versatile league. You get different styles, different types of battles, different types of battlers, male, female, intergenders, everything. Hats off to King of the Dot. Keep working, keep dropping shit. The next ones and the next one's gonna have more and more eyes there. The subs gonna go up, and this is actually helping to save the culture that they were saying was about to die. King of the Dot is helping to save the culture that people thought was about to die. Niggas is saying there ain't shit here left. We'll see about that. Looks like King of the Dot got some plans. I know URL does too. Shout out to all the other leagues as well. OSBL, We Go Hard, Riot, TOS, TBL, everybody else, all the other leagues, shout out to them. Keep doing what y'all doing. It ain't dead yet. And King of the Dot is making sure to breathe more life into it with dope battles like this and dope cards like this. Alright? Y'all already know, man. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. That's how I'm calling it, alright? Give King of the Dot their flowers. Number 2 might be back. Number 2 might be back. Alright? I'm just saying. That's not no 6 bias because I'm from the 6. That's because I know, and like y'all know, that was originally the number 2 league. I'm just saying. Shout out to King of the Dot. Shout out to Organic. Shout out to everybody involved. That's how I'm calling it though. Rock 2-1 in a dope battle. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think, alright? DJ already, man. 1.